So an eventful end to the last stream. We are back live for the Formula Renault series, which should begin very shortly indeed. We've just changed over the lobby settings, and of course I'm JamesHead14 taking you through Season 4 Round 2 of the Formula Renault series here in Spa at the Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps, one of the most historic tracks on the calendar. And coming into tonight's racing, we do have the standings, of course, for you, both the drivers and the constructor standings here from round 1. Crusher leads the way then on 53 points, with McKinley in second on 44, Sinclair in third on 40, Charlie in fourth on 36, with Mays in fifth on 30, Casper in sixth on 28, with Andy in seventh on 27, Alan Kay in eighth on 26, Aguileta in ninth on 23, and Theo Daly scoring no points at the end of last week's race. Team Panasonic lead the constructor standings on 67 points. Equipe Dombreville in second on 59. Very close between first, second, third and fourth, and indeed fifth. Team D-Box in third on 58 points. Luigo Motorsport in fourth on 53. Rapper Olio in fifth on 44. And Renault Sport in sixth on 26. Team Sharifsa and Team Fanatec still yet to score any sort of points, and any reserves, of course, still yet to score any sort of points as well. So we are here tonight for Spa-Francorchamps, and it should be a great race for the action to unfold out on track tonight. I do apologise about the ending to the last stream. It was totally unexpected, bit of a disconnection that I had, which is absolutely fantastic. So I was going to try and give you the race results from the race. I'll try and get that up on my messages if I can. If anybody's got the results, they can send that through. Might have to be the case of taking it through at the end of the stream, but who knows about that. Anyways, we are better get going for the Formula Renaults. 10 minutes worth of qualifying, 15 minutes worth of racing, and it is going to be cloudy in qualifying. Cloudy with turning to light rain, I do believe, for the race. It should be great action, of course, out on track for the Formula Renaults, and indeed here in TTG at TT_Project Cars. Hopefully you guys enjoying the stream so far. Again, apologies about the disconnect that I had very late on in the stream, just as Crusher Bro was about to come across the line to win the race. My connection ended on me, which is absolutely terrible, but there we have it. We should get, I haven't got any standings or anything like that from the previous race, so we might just have to wait for those to come through. Hopefully everyone, as I say, enjoying the stream. We are about to get going for 15 minutes worth of racing, and indeed 10 minutes worth of qualifying here for the Formula Renaults. 12 drivers to do battle out on track, and it will take grit, determination and a bit of class to win here at Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. Very historic track, which I'm sure will be favoured by everyone that is watching here tonight. One of the most historic tracks on the racing calendar. And coming into tonight, as I've said, I've already alluded to the standings. Crusher Bro currently leading the way in the standings on he is on 53 points at the minute. McKinley on 44, so this is still quite close up the top of the standings. The drivers' standings, of course, coming into round 1. Crusher Bro on 53 points, McKinley on 44, Sinclair on 40. We're about to get going for 10 minutes worth of qualifying. Hopefully the connection lasts for the Formula Renault stream here tonight, but we should get going very soon indeed. And there's fine weather here at Spa, very great indeed, and we should be getting going for qualifying very soon, which means I'll be back on the mic in a minute. I'm just going to take a little break off the mic. My voice is going a little bit. we out here zooming as Crusher Bros comments as Sinclair will get us underway. Team Panasonic sponsored livery, of course, coming into tonight's racing, and I do have the cars, I do believe, somewhere within my camera roll. I'm just trying to find out where they are. Just trying to have a look through. I swear I had it somewhere. There we are. There's the cars. Right, I've also got the cars as well, so I know who's in what team. Fantastic. So Sinclair, Casper has already picked up a penalty with a pit lane violation. So Casper, one of the first out on track, along with the guys out on track. Let's get the speedo on the map up as well. 150 mile an hour roughly going down the straight here, so these cars are going to be very quick. Casper, of course, in the D-box liveried car coming into tonight's racing. Let's see who's first out on track, actually. Charlie is already out on track. Molly Mattis, McKinder for you is coming through there. Let's pick out on who's first. Crusher Brothers first out on track. So the Norwegian, of course, racing tonight in the Luigi Motorsport. That's why they're not top of the standings. Theo Daly not attending last week, didn't get any points for the team. He is here tonight and hopefully will be picking up valuable points to challenge them in the constructor standings. Already going very quick. Crusher Pro on an out lap here. We are now coming into Stavolo once again for the beginning of qualifying. Crusher Pro then into Stavolo. Oh, losing the back end slightly. You don't want to slide it out of there because you will lose the back end and nearly go into the wall like Crusher Pro nearly demonstrated there on camera. Not the greatest thing. There are quite a few elevation changes around this track. This track is about 100 metres above sea level, I do believe. So Crusher Bro and everyone else out on track will be doing their best to get a real sense of the undulations out on track. And let's actually go on board for that. So to tell you what I'm actually on board with. So Crusher Bro better come across the start-finish line now. Let's start off the lap. And there we go. Start this lap now. Down into turn 1 at La Source. Hits the inside of the apex nicely, gets the run out of the corner. Very nice out of turn 1, and now down in the hill into turn 2. Then through Radion and a Rouge at 3, 4 and 5. 3, 4 and then 5. Hits a Rouge very nicely indeed. Already speeding at 160 mile an hour. The DRS is open. These cars do have DRS running down the straight. Down the Kemmel straight he comes. And the Norwegian, with 3 minutes gone in qualifying, there is a yellow flag out on track, not sure where that is. Crusher Bro into the com. Attacking that very nicely indeed and showing no room for error here so far. Crusher Bro opens up down the hill towards X corner. Setting up the DRS opening again. DRS is open down the straight, of course. Crusher Bro into Stavolo, sorry, not into Stavolo, into X, and then into P1, and then down towards the complex at Stavolo through 15 and 16. Crusher Bro then through P1, really attacking that inside of the corner. There are yellow flags and green flags. Andy has had his lap time invalidated due to track limits. And Crusher Bro out on track. About to come into that Stavolo section at 15 and 16, which is the next double right-handers. And let's see how he's getting on through this middle sector. On board with him now, through the middle sector he goes. Nobody, of course, has set a lap time yet, so we are going to be seeing quite a few improvements out on track, I would imagine. The Crusher Bro should be setting the standard here as he comes down towards Blanchimon. You will really get a sense of how Blanchimon is taken from this camera angle here. We'll go back on board with him through Blanchimon, attacks the curb, just attacks it a little bit too much. He hasn't had his lap time invalidated, lucky enough. The Crusher Bro then into the final couple of corners, into the bus stop chicane. Through 19 and 20 on the exit of the final corner, and Crusher Bro better come across the line now. Goes to the top of the timing screens with a 2 minutes 1.199. Theo Daly across the line in second has also set a banker lap to 20.5. Also out on the lap, and Kinder for You is into the bus stop chicane. Oh, has a bit of a fight of the car there, Kinder for You. To the final corner he comes. Aguiletta's gone second with 2.08. McKinder for You now across the line. Jumps into third position with a 2.12 flat. Nice lap there. Molly Matt is coming through Blanchimon. Looks like he might have a little bit of damage on that car. I'm not sure that's the case. Just got to use in the Remco livery sponsored car, of course. Molly Matt driving for Team Sharifza. It's the only car representing the team here tonight, and Molly Matt, the Italian, are coming across the line now to set a 2-minute 9.281. So Molly Matt goes into third. Not much left here in qualifying already. We're already halfway through. Push roll to the top of the timing screens, as you would imagine, as Charlie spins and the Donbeville car out of Blassource. We've got to get that car recovered out on track before anybody comes through. Sean is on a lap, Andy on a lap through the same point. We'll go on board with Sinclair though in the meantime. Team Panasonic, the two Scotsmen. Appropriately, the car looking like it has got the Scottish flag blazoned all over the car, which is fantastic to see. Sinclair and Andy pretty much in the same part of the track. I think Andy just coming through X there. Sinclair now into Pouhon, coming through turn 12 at Pouhon. Now on the run down the hill into 13 and 14, right and then left. Now GT Sport obviously has added Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps into the calendar, and it is quite graphically different compared to what you see here tonight. I have tried GT Sport myself. I've run one lap around there in the GT3s, and it is a great track to drive on GT Sport, and it is a great track to drive, of course, on here on Project Cars too. But noticing the differences, the graphical input on GT Sport is, I think, much preferable to what you're seeing here tonight, even though the track is done very nicely indeed. GT Sport have just done it that little step better, and they've got rain on the track as well, which can be added on, of course, at any time, like we are going to be seeing in the race as well. So Sinclair across the line goes to second, 2:04.1. So 2.9 seconds off Crusher Bowl's pace. Andy about to come across the line now in the other Team Panasonic car and goes third, 2:05.7. So the Scotsman now trying to challenge Crusher Bowl, who I do feel fancies his chances here tonight, and he is in first. He's just literally came out the pits there, as I've just said that. Mays is still in the pits, but Crusher Bowl leads the way. Sinclair in second, Andy in third. Alan Kay has gone into fourth with a 2:06.8, so nice up there by the Irishman. And very nice up there indeed there by the Irishman. Aguilera in fifth at the minute with a 2:08.8. As Crusher Bowl still leads the way. Alan Kay, as I was alluding to, 2:08.8, 7.6 seconds. 5.6 seconds off the pace after Aguilera in fifth, and he is coming into the bus stop chicane. He was improving through the middle sector. Charlie's had his lap time invalidated. Aguilera, of course, in the other Team Donbeville car, and you keep Donbeville car even. Aguilera coming across the line, the Spaniard, with a invalidated lap time by the looks of 2:08.8 there from Aguilera. Not sure if that was an out lap or not. Casper on a lap in the meantime, just coming down the hill. Sean has set a lap. Gone board with Sean actually in the Renault Sport car, 35.2 seconds off the pace. Clearly not liking the cars at all through Pouhon, especially finding the back end through there. So Sean into 13 and 14. Then towards Stavolo 15 and 16. Sean definitely struggling. Not sure if he might have any damage actually out on track. Dale Daly has had his lap time invalidated due to track limits. With 1 minute and 15 seconds to go. Crush Pro leads. Sinclair in second, Andy in third at this moment in time. Alan Kay in fourth, Aguilera, Molly, Matt, Charlie, McKinder Few, Theo Daly, then Sean, then Mays, then Casper, who still hasn't set a lap. Yeah, is that Casper actually? Yeah, he's just coming through towards Pouhon. Sean, in the meantime, is coming up towards the bus stop chicane. He has got his teammate behind him. So Sean into the final couple of corners now at the bus stop chicane. 19 and 20 really powers out of the corner. Sean across the line with the DRS open. Comes across the line and improves very nicely indeed with a 2:11.8. So very nice lap there from him. Casper, we'll go back on board with him. He's the only driver not to set a lap time yet. May's still in the pits here. 30 seconds to go. Casper now through Stavolo. 15 and 16. Runs wide. Might just have to slow down to avoid getting a penalty by the game. By the race director on the game, that is. As Casper still leads the way. McKinfew jumps up to fifth actually. 2:06.7 there on the left hand side of the screen. Casper in the meantime looking great out on track. The Finn That red little bar that he's got next to his number, which I'll come on to just in a second, he has got that penalty, of course, that one place grid penalty. Casper across the line in the meantime, and goes up to 9th, so he will be starting 10th if nobody improves behind him. He will be starting 10th. That is the end of qualifying. Crusher Bro out on top, but Sinclair has gone within 1.2 seconds of Crusher Bro, so maybe just giving him something to think about. Andy is done for the session. Alan Kay is into 4th, 206 flat. McKinley for you in 5th has got another lap to attack. Molly Matt coming down towards Puon. We'll go on board though in the meantime with Sean, who's the first one out on track. The only other one out on track is Theo Daly, and in fact Theo Daly is coming through the bus stop chicane now in that Luigi Motorsport car. Theo Daly about to come across the line now to go. Does he improve? No, doesn't improve at all. So Theo Daly done for the session. Sean. Then it is Molly Matt out on track, and then it's McKinley for you, I do believe, out on track. Is still going. No, it's not. Who's the other driver out on track? It's Casper. So only Sean and only Molly Matt still to come in. So Sean now down towards the bus stop chicane. For the final time here in qualifying, McKinley did actually have a lap time invalidated due to track limits. Plenty of drivers been having track limits abuse, lap time invalidated is here. Sean coming across the line now, jumps up to 7th, 208.5. Nice lap time here in the Italian coming around the final corner now. Molly Matt, is he going to improve on the times? 207.8 is coming best, comes across the line now, and he does improve. It's a 206.4, I do believe I read that out as. So he goes 5th, just ahead of McKinley for you. So Crusher Bro on top. Sinclair within 1.2 seconds of him in 2nd. Andy in 3rd. Alan Kay, Molly Matt, McKinley for you, Sean Aguilera, Charlie, Casper, and then the rest of the field down at the back. Of course, Theo Daly and Maze, I do believe those two are. Coming to tonight's racing, there should be great racing out on track once again. Race 1 of 2 here in the Formula Reynolds is about to begin very shortly indeed, and I cannot wait. So we are about to get started here for the action. Crusher Bro will lead them off the line. Sinclair in 2nd, Andy in 3rd with Alan Kay and Molly Matt starting in that top 5. McKinley for you. Then Sean Aguilera, Charlie, Theo Daly, Casper due to that penalty, and Mays starting from the back of the field. So we should be getting going very shortly indeed here. And we are going to get going now for 5 red lights. The light sequence about to come on here in Spa. And lights out and away we go. That was a very shocking part of me. I did have the speedo on the map up, but Crusher Bro leads him down into turn 1. Sinclair, everyone going to take their time into turn 1. Andy up the inside of his teammates. Andy up to P2 through the source. Sinclair into P3. Crusher Bro already away out in front. Relatively clean start in behind. Very clean start, in fact, in behind from the majority of the field, which is great to see. Andy up the inside of Sinclair. Sinclair goes slightly slower than Alan Kay through a route. Plenty of drivers running wide and using the track limits abuse. A little bit of contact there. Sean moving across there. I think that might have been Molly Matt moving across him, actually. Not sure who that was. It was either Molly Matt moving across or Alan Kay possibly. I'm not sure if there was a bit of contact. Definitely there's Alan Kay, drops the back end coming into Lecom. Crusher Bro in the meantime leads the way. 2.1 seconds, has got the gap early. Andy in 2nd, has got the gap as well. 4.4 seconds to Molly Matt in 3rd. Sinclair in 4th, Sean in 5th. Alan Kay under attack now. This is Aguilera trying to go around the outside of him. Theo Daly is up into 8th place early on as well, so good start from him. Then it's Mays in 9th, Charlie in 10th, Casper in 11th, and McKinley for you has had an absolute shocker of a start. He's only at a rouge. Clearly been some sort of contact early on, and might have been down at turn 1. Is he going around with 3 wheels? Yes, he is. So McKinley for you going around with 3 wheels, lest we avoid that. As Mays tries to catch the back end now of Theo Daly, and in turn, Theo Daly right on the back of Aguilera, and Alan Kay about to come under attack as well. The Irishman just sensing that he could be holding up a little bit of a train here. Aguilera right on the back of him. There's some P6 and P7 out on track as Aguilera actually just drops the back end slightly. Theo Daly trying to hunt down the inside. That's not what the camera angle you like to see there. We're going forward actually with Theo Daly as he now comes up towards Blanchimont for the first time. Crystal will lead the way. Andy in second, Molly Matt in third, and then a whole host of TTG drivers in fourth. I think Sinclair is in fourth at the minute. So down into the braking point. Somebody's run very wide there. Was that Sinclair? Couldn't have crossed the inside. I think it might have been Sinclair. Has cut across the inside there, I do believe. He's off the position to Sean. So obviously getting that position lets him back through, and Sinclair is back down into P5. Running very deep there. Just off the, in the background of shot almost within the camera. But I did spy that. Aguilera in 7th trying to hunt down Alan Kay still though in the meantime. There's the mid-pack battle going on. Charlie and Casper have dropped off the back as well, so clearly been some sort of contact between those two, both into the pits. Hopefully, and of course I've been appointed a recent steward here in Project Cars 2, so I will be giving my opinion on stewarding matters here tonight, as Sean is going rather slow down the straight. Now under attack, Sinclair going round the outside, Alan Kay as well, and Sinclair picks up a penalty out on track. Not sure what the penalty is for. We'll have a look at the timing screen very shortly indeed. We'll do that now in fact and see what the penalty is. It's second penalty for Sinclair, and he's actually just dropped the back end. He's had contact through Lecombe and he's lost his wheel. So Sinclair losing his wheel, Theo Daly now into 7th as a result. Aguilera up to 6th, Theo Daly losing the back end there through X. So all the battling going on so far. That was McKinley for you getting out of the way on the inside of Pouon. Good job keeping up the inside of Pouon, goodness me. Got to do this very nicely indeed. Sean and Alan Kay though, the two Team Renault Sport drivers. Sean in 4th, Alan Kay in 5th. Christopher leading the way. Andy not letting him get away though in 2nd. Molly Matt in 3rd, with Sean in 4th. Alan Kay in 5th, Aguilera in 6th, then it is Theo Daly in 7th, Mays now trying to hunt him down as well in 8th, then Sinclair with 3 wheels going round in 9th through Pouon, Casper, Charlie, McKinley for you still going round as well out on track. But there's Crusher Bro leading the way, Andy in 2nd. We'll still focus our attention still on this mid-pack battle, which is really the closest battle out on track, and it seems to me that the two Renaults are about to do battle. Sean and Alan Kay about to do battle here out on track tonight in the Formula Renaults. This is going to be great stuff to see, and in fact Alan Kay much quicker out the outside of bus stop chicane, and Sean has got the move done and he's up to P4. He's up to P4 there, Alan Kay up to P4, Sean into P5. Very different when you see both the Renault Sport drivers going together. You've got to get it right, and they'll have it on that occasion, so I do apologise. Alan Kay up to 4th, Sean down into 5th, and running very wide through Radion and Arouge, just having a snap of oversteer off the back end. Aguilera now trying to get close down the straight. Of course they are opening up the DRS. These cars do have ERS. As Aguilera now right on the back, there is a spinner. Who was that spinning? Is that a back marker, I wonder? Is that Casper? Yeah, Casper has spun round. So Casper spinning round out of Lecombe. Make sure avoidance is there, so no penalty will be given for that, I don't believe. Alan Kay though is in 4th. Sean now, Alan Kay is giving him the runaround here. The Irishman doing a great job so far, and he's now 1.4 seconds clear. And Aguilera right on the back now of Sean. We are 9 minutes away from the end of race 1 here in the Formula Renaults. Of course, the random grid race to come up for race 2. Aguilera now trying to go around the outside into Stavolo on Sean, and Sean holds the inside line nicely there. So the Brit back up the inside, and there is rain now starting to fall out on track. This forecast of light rain is now going to start happening, occurring out on track, and Andy is into the pits. So Andy into the pits very early, I've got to say, if he wants to pit for a wet set of compound of tyres. Sinclair is into the pits with his 1 wheel, with his 3 wheels, sorry, his right front missing. Molly Matt now will inherit 2nd. Alan Kay will inherit 3rd. He's into the pits though. It is absolutely bucketing down out on track, as I like to say here. Crucible then has got to get round relatively good on these tyres. There is a yellow flag through sector 3. McKinley for you, that is. At Blanchimont, I do believe that is. So Crusherbull now leads the way. Molly Matt in second. May's gonna hunt around still in third position. So change in the weather brings about a change into the tyres. Andy in fourth. Aguilera out in fifth position. There's Casper going through camera shot there. So Andy out in fourth, just behind the lap. Charlie, I do believe. Ooh, nearly having a bit of a moment. But Andy is through safely. Charlie just got to make sure he's got to control the car. Aguilera then still out in the pits in fifth. Alan Kay right on the back of him actually coming out the pits. The Sun is now getting out on track. Weirdly, the Sun tries to get out on track once again. But Crusherbull leads the way. Molly Matt is in second. Really different tyres out on track. Alan Kay now in third. We are halfway through here. Hopefully everyone has been enjoying the race so far out on track. And it is Crusherbull who leads the way. Molly Mack is in second. The Sun is out. Do trust me on that one. The Sun is out, but it's absolutely teeming down out on track. So the change in the tyres, the change in the compound of tyres, certainly bringing quite a lot of action here tonight. And looking at everyone in the comment section enjoying themselves there as well, which is fantastic to see. I'm just going to take one moment to recover my voice and then I'll be back. Apologies about my little interruption there with that. Just making sure that my voice is fine enough to go toward the end of the race here. Crusherbull then leads the way. Molly Mack is in second. Now Andy is in second as Molly Mack is into the pit lane. It is sunny out on track. Truly trust me on that one. It is sunny. Molly Mack now out the pits. Look at the spray being picked up though. This is going to be terrifying. And look at how wet it is now out on track. The sun not making any difference. It is absolutely teeming down out on track. They've got to be careful here. They've got to be very careful here out on track. So Crusherbull leads the way. 9.6 seconds to Andy. Andy really taking advantage of that pit stop and has gained time as a result. Crusherbull now in behind. It looks like this is Sean that's just in behind him. Or in front of him actually, and Sean lets him through. So Crusherbull now into clear lead of the race. Sean is now down into 8th position, so Sean has been lapped actually there by Crusherbull. Crusherbull leads the way. Andy in second, Molly Matt is in third, Aguilera in fourth, Alan Kay in fifth is getting hunted down. I do believe that might be Charlie. Is that in the background? No, that's McKinnon for you in the background of him. On the back of him, McKinnon for you backing off. Alan Kay in fifth position, trying to hunt down Aguilera though in the meantime. 1.6 seconds separating, well 2 seconds now out on track separating as Aguilera now out of the way. That, getting out of the way, is Casper, I do believe, on the outside. Yep, Casper running onto the grass. Good sportsmanship shown by the Finn. That's what we like to see. So Casper getting out of the way there. Crusherbull leads the way though, 8 seconds. Mandy in seconds. We've touched the final 4 minutes of this race. Again, I think we're only going to be getting 7 laps out on track here from the guys. As Crusherbull does lead the way from Andy in second. Been great action though out on track here tonight, and really appreciating the driving so far out on track, and I really feel that the driving has got a lot better compared to last week, and I'm sure this is going to be the same point going through next week as well. Crusherbull leads the way from Andy in second position. Andy couldn't be inside there at the bus stop chicane. And Jerry slows down enough as well not to pick up a penalty. Molly Matt is in third. Aguilera in fourth. He's just seen off Alan Kay at the moment. Nearly 3 seconds that gap. In view in the background there. There's not really much happening out on track. We'll go on board though with Aguilera, who is well, we'll go on board with Alan Kay actually, who's trying to get onto the back end of Aguilera. There was about 3 seconds separating the guys out on track. Aguilera 3 seconds out on track, leading the way out this stage. Should be quite good towards the end of the race here. That is Sinclair back into the pits. So Sinclair is back into the pits. Crusher with 3 minutes to go though, leads the way here. Amandi in second position. And it's Molly Matt in third, who is under pressure now, actually, Molly Matt. Aguileta, about 2 seconds, about 3 seconds nearly behind him in fourth, actually. Alan Kay just about to appear into camera shot now in fifth. There is McKinnon for you right on the back of him. McKinnon for you trying to egg on Alan Kay a little bit here. Molly Matt though in third at the moment in time. Aguileta in fourth with Alan Kay in fifth position. Again, it just looks like to me that the timings might be messing up slightly. Definitely doesn't appear to me that those timings are right. I might be wrong and it might be just an off day for me. But Crushbro will lead the way. This will be the final lap of the race coming up once again. So only 7 laps for the Formula Renault here once again. 15 minutes worth of racing. There's only 15 minutes worth of racing left after this as well. Of course, we did start a little bit late due to Sean running late. That's why we started a little bit late, about 5 minutes or so late for the racers. The Crusher leads the way out of the final corner, onto the final lap he goes, and he's got an unassailable 9.3 second lead at the moment in time, and that actually goes up as Andy now comes through the bus stop chicane. Back on board with the battle for third though, because this is really heating up. There is Aguileta on the back of Molly Matt. If I can get my cameras to work, there we go. Aguileta now on the back. You can really see how this spray is being kicked up. Aguileta does not want to get within the spray here. You've got to see where he's going at some point. The track looks like an absolute ice rink at this stage. Looking at the rain that's fallen, it's beginning to lighten off slightly. For goodness me. Aguileta now 4 tenths away on Molly Matt. Running down the straight once again. And the 6/10 of a second between these guys. Running down 4 tenths. Aguileta getting close. Down into turn 1. He goes very deep. Oh, Aguileta manages to correct his lock up there, and Alan Kay is hunting back into this, and he's going side by side actually with McKinnon for you down. McKinnon for you is actually egging him on. Alan Kay going a lot quicker here than what we used to, but this is great. He is getting into this, and Aguileta and Molly Matt, if they begin to battle, Alan Kay could be picking up a podium for the first time this season. So watch out for the Irishman on this final lap of the race. We're going to keep on board with him. Molly Matt. In the meantime, everyone else spread out like a washing line, really out on track. As Crusher Bro does lead the way, and Crusher Bro is in fact in that middle sector, coming into the final sector now, so he will be coming across the line soon. We'll keep on board though, as luck would have it, we've just lost Molly Matt a position. So Molly Matt now down into fourth. Aguileta up to third, Molly Matt now down into fourth. Alan Kay in fifth position, 6/7 of a second now separating Molly Matt and Alan Kay out on track. Molly Matt again making another mistake. This is Alan Kay's opportunity to try and strike. Into P1 they go for the final time. Crusher Bro in the meantime is coming through the bus stop chicane as Molly Matt ran wide there. Alan Kay right on the back of him. Crusher Bro across the line. He will win here in Belgium. Crusher Bro takes the line to win. Molly Matt and Alan Kay though back on board with this battle for third still. Aguileta is in third but has pulled away nicely now, so the Spaniard looks like he's going to be coming out in front. Molly Matt is in fourth at the moment, and Alan Kay hunting right down in fifth position. It's been great action though out on track. It's still not over right until the death of this race. Alan Kay hunting down Molly Matt. There's only 4/10 of a second in it. He's right on the slipstream coming into Blanchimont. Can Alan Kay get Molly Matt here? The Italian under pressure from the Irishman. But Molly Matt, I think, has just got enough down into the bus stop chicane. And that is it, I think. Aguileta is going to be finishing third. He could have a goal down into the bus stop chicane. Not quite. Aguileta then is going to be coming across the line third. Andy already crossed the line in second. Good race from him. Aguileta across the line in third. Molly Matt in fourth. Nearly misjudged the line there. Alan Kay side by side with him across the line. McKinnon Hughes already came across the line in fifth. Mays will be coming across the line in sixth now, and I do believe Theo Daly will be the last one to come across the line, so we'll only be waiting a little bit of time for him to come across the line. So Mays coming round final couple of corners now in sixth position, in a nice race from the Brit of course, and Mays coming across the line to take sixth position out on track. Theo Daly is about to come up into the bus stop chicane once again. I do believe, actually, we do have Charlie still going around out on track. So we're waiting on Theo Daly and indeed Charlie with no front wing out on track. He will be finishing 9th and ahead of Casper. So Theo Daly coming across the line in 7th position. Comes across the line now. We're only waiting on Charlie then to come across the line to finish in 9th position. And you keep Dumberville car. And again, good points being shown here by the two. And Charlie now around the final corner with a lot of standing water there on the inside of the apex. Charlie comes across the line to finish in 9th position. So that is it for race 1 here in the Formula Renault. Stay tuned because there is still another race to come. But it's Crusher Bro who takes it. Andy in 2nd, Aguilera in 3rd, Molly Matt in 4th, Alan Kay in 5th, Mays in 6th, Theo Daly in 7th, Sean in 8th, Charlie in 9th, Casper in 10th, Sinclair in 11th. Disastrous race from him, a race to forget. He'll go on to the second race in much better style, I would imagine. McKinley for you starting in 12th position. 15 minutes worth of action still left to come even the Formula Reynolds, and I'll be back in a minute. So we are due for 15 minutes worth of racing, but I have just spied on my screen that qualifying is still on. So we might have to have a lobby restart here, I imagine. Obviously, I think it was being removed. Yeah, qualifying better begin once again for the second race here in the Formula Reynolds. We should be getting going very shortly indeed. I think this might be a mistake having qualifying in once again. Hopefully there will be a message put out for everyone to retire. Probably everyone thinking there's another session of qualifying. Oh goodness me, there is. Well, on my screen there is anyways. So we should probably get everyone to retire and then go straight into the race. I think that might be the quicker way here to do this. Of course, no fault of our own. It's not my fault that this has happened. It's not Alan Kay's fault. Obviously, I think he's probably checked that the settings have been correct and everything has been settled. So we should be getting going for the 15 minutes worth of racing still to happen out on track. And I would imagine we'll get going for this tonight. And I think we have spied that we are going to be lobby actually. Oh, and there's a pit lane glitch as well, so that's absolutely fantastic. So pit lane glitch, qualifying glitch. This is what you like to see in Project Cars 2. So apologies about this interruption into play. Everyone now leaving the session as a result, and we should be getting going very shortly indeed for the Formula Renault. So I do apologise. Everyone doing donuts, celebrating as if they've won something already. But we've got 15 minutes worth of racing still yet to happen in the Formula Reynolds. I know, this is quite strange. Sinclair just to retire then, and then I can then return into the thingy. There will be a new lobby set up, and we'll get going for 15 minutes worth of racing. I'm honestly pretty sure, going through Alan Kay's meticulous checking through of the settings and everything, meticulous checking through the settings, that he will thingy. I've also been disconnected from the multiplayer session, which is absolutely fantastic. But we should get going here for this 15 minutes worth of racing for the Formula Reynolds. And apologies about the delay. There is the lobby now up, and we should be getting going in a couple of minutes' time. And nobody's fault. I think the game might be just having a bit of a bug there, to be honest. But hey ho, I mean, the game hasn't had a patch since quite a while, to be honest. I think since good 6 months, I think it's been now since the patches have actually happened on this game. So no wonder there are still glitches and bugs. And apparently I've heard they're working on Project Cars 3, which I alluded to at the end of last season. Project Cars 3 apparently getting worked on, might be set for release, I've heard, sometime maybe September or October next year. Fall next year certainly is on the cards from the developing end of the game. So that should be getting going very soon. As I've already said, if we do have a Project Cars 3, hopefully there are much better, from my perspective anyways, much better controls with the change up in the cameras. More cameras, more settings, more spectate mode, nicer all-round graphics. There's a lot that can be improved, I think, on the next Project Cars game, which might be coming out in September. Yeah, Andy just confirming in the comment section now, as we are going straight into this 15 minutes worth race. Quali was left on by mistake, new lobby being created quickly as possible, and indeed that is what we are doing now. Yeah, we can only hope that the glitches are fixed, and vice versa coming into Project Cars 3, which is apparently due for release, as I say, in September of next year. Don't bite the messenger. These are unconfirmed reports that I've heard. We should be getting going for 15 minutes worth of racing. Reminder, this is Circuit to Spa Focus Jump, 4.3 mile in length, with 20 turns. Overcast to begin off with, and then we get to the light rain once again. So we will be seeing pit stops. And Mays, I think, is going to be very happy with that. He's on pole position. Casper in second, Aguilera in third. Crusher Pro will be starting fourth, with Sean in fifth, Molly Matt in sixth, Theo Daly in seventh, Charlie in eighth, Alan Kay in ninth, Andy in 10th, McKinnon in 11th, and Sinclair in 12th. And I got that done all within one breath. Goodness me. But if you hear me crunching, by the way, I am having some love hearts to keep me going. Not the most orthodox thing. Trust me, they work, and they're very nice as well. But Mays, better get going here, and the 15 minutes worth of racing for round 2 of the Formula Renault series tonight. The final round about to begin of tonight, that is. Now, Aguilera gets a drive-through penalty for a jump start, but as lights out and away we go. Mays gets us underway. Casper on the outside of him. Great stop by Crusher Pro, I think that is, down the inside at La Source into turn 1 and gets the move done. Down the inside of both the T-box drivers, and both of them come into contact, and somebody has lost a wheel, and that, I think, might be the end of Mays' race. He's lost a wheel. He's had contact there with Casper, I do believe. I think that was both cars, both teammates have came into contact there. So the two team D-Box liveried cars have made contact. Mays, unfortunately, on the receiving end of that, as Molly matters down the inside and spins, causes all sort of carnage through Lecom. We have lost Mays out of the race, understandably so. I think Casper's lost his fumbling as a result. Oh, hell breaking loose for race 2. Molly Matt has picked up fumbling damage. He's got suspension damage as well, I do believe. Look at how the car is waving around. He's got rear suspension damage on that car, similar to what we saw with Vettel actually last night at Circuit of the Americas. He has got broken rear suspension, and that's why the car is uncontrollable at this point. He's just got to try and limp round to the pits if possible. And of course, Vettel Obviously had the same problem last night in second V Americas as well. McKinnon Fuse dropped off the pace early, but the Crusher Pro leads the way. Andy in second has came out of that relatively unscathed. Charlie in third, having a good race so far. Sean in fourth, Theo Daly in fifth, Casper in sixth, Sinclair in seventh, Aguilera in eighth, Alan Kay in ninth, Molly Matt in 10th, and McKinnon for you in that 11th position. May as well feel heavily adjudged by with his contact, with his teammate contacting him. Of course, the stewards will have a look at that, including me, who have now been appointed as steward for Project Cars 2, so I will be having a look at the footage that is sent in, certainly from the stream's point of view, and there is already rain out on track. The rain is coming earlier than last time. The Crusher Pro leads the way, Andy in second, the rain now falling out on track. Charlie in third, quite a lot of action happening further down. Casper with his broken front wing. Oh, and Aguilera coming across him, and Casper's lost his wheel as well, I do believe. Oh, actually, Aguilera's the one that's lost his wheel. He's lost his rear right wheel there. And Casper, there is the wheel going down the straight. So Casper had it lodged underneath his car. Very strange that. Alan Kay has got the move done on low on Casper, so Alan Kay into P6 now. Not sure what happened there. Quite late on the party, to be honest, with that. As Theo Daly has lost his front wing as well early on. Crusher Pro then leads the way. Andy in second, Charlie in third, doing a good job so far. With Sean in fourth, Sinclair in fifth. As I say, the rain coming down a lot earlier out on track than what was the case in the last race. Sinclair is into sixth. Casper now in seventh. So Alan Kay in sixth. Sinclair's in fifth, sorry. Sinclair in fifth, Alan Kay in sixth. Just to clarify that. And Casper in seventh. No real battling going on out on track, apart from Sean and Alan Kay. Sorry, Sean and Sinclair. Sinclair's right on the back of Sean. So Scotsman, oh, loses the back end actually. Snap of oversteer going through X. And Sean keeping on going in fourth position there. It's Crusher Pro who leads the way. Andy in second, Charlie in third. Sean in fourth, Sinclair in fifth, Alan Kay in sixth. I swear to God I will get these names right before the end of the race. Sinclair has got the move done on Sean. He's got the move done down the inside into turn 14, that was. Oh, turn 13, he's got the move done. He's up to P4. Aguilera has retired out of the race, so the Spaniard not going to be completing here out on track. Mate's already out of the race after that contact with his teammate Casper. I'm sure quite a few words will be given. Crusher Pro already into the pits with the rain coming down. So Crusher Pro was into the pits. The Norwegian coming in, I think, a little bit early, to be honest. As he's now coming into the pits, comes into his pit stop, and Andy's into the pits as well. Will Charlie following in behind as well, I wonder? No, Charlie, oh yeah, he does come into the pits. Very late pit stop there by Charlie. That will have to be looked at, I think. And Sinclair is still going around out on track, leading the way now, Sinclair. So the Scotsman leads, Andy in second, but obviously Crusher Pro goes past him. Andy's already picked up a penalty. Let's have a look at that on the timing screens. 2 seconds worth for Andy. Might be due to pit limits. Sinclair leads the way, clearly feeling that the tyres can go at least another lap or so. We're right on board with Sinclair, who's out in front. Crusher Pro now out of the pits in second. There's Andy in third. Charlie's into his pit stop in fourth. Alan Kay is in fifth. There is Charlie, sorry, in sixth. He dropped down to seventh as a result of people coming into the pits. Theo Daly in eighth, nearly crashing into the pits there. Molly Matt in ninth. Has had a spin coming into Stavolo. I guess the car going, and McKinnon Fuse still going around out on track in 10th. Not really much happening in terms of the pit stops. So Andy's out of the pits now. Sean is out of the pits in 4th. Alan Kay out of the pits in 5th, and has jumped Charlie in the pits. So Charlie must have had a bit of damage early on. As Charlie out of the pits in 6th position. With Casper in 7th. It's just came into the pits as well, Theo Daly. So Casper actually coming towards the exit of the pits now. In 7th, Theo Daly in 8th. Molly Matt into the pits in 9th. There's McKinnon for you in 10th. Sun is out, McKinnon for you actually losing the back end there. Might have suspension damage as well, unless the back end has just been lost out quite a lot. 6 minutes gone. Sinclair leads the way from Crusher Pro in 2nd, but you can really sense who was the quicker driver out on track, even with the tyres. Sinclair on dries. Crusher Pro on wets as Sinclair loses control of the car into Stavolo at turn 15. Through 16 he goes now. Crusher Ball's only 2 seconds away now. The Norwegian hunting down for Grand Slam of victories here tonight. And Crusher Ball should lead the way once Sinclair comes into the pit. It's 1.6 seconds, 1.5 seconds. We'll go on board now with Crusher Ball. He hunts down Sinclair. Sinclair just losing control of the car slightly through there. Molly Matt and Theo Daly are into the pits respectively. Sinclair loses control of the car. Crusher Ball's got to make sure that he pits in. Sinclair trying to cut across behind him, I think that was, and he does do a good job of that. So Sinclair into the pits. We'll say Sinclair into the pits. That leaves Crusher Ball out in front. In the meantime, we'll go on board with Alan Kay, who is chasing down Sean. So the two Renault Sports currently 4th and 5th out on track. And let's have a real look into and delve into how the conditions are out on track. Little spray being kicked up. Heavy rain out on track here at Spa. Not really surprising. The track does drain very well, especially on the start-finish straight. They have created grooves actually on that start-finish straight to ensure that the water does run off in effective ways. Otherwise, you will be seeing an absolute swamp down at the bus stop chicane, because that is where all the water collects up on the inside. You will get to see it probably towards the end of the race on the inside of the apex at turn 1, as well at the source, as well as at the bus stop chicane. That is Sinclair coming out the pits just ahead of Alan Kay in 4th position, so 5/10 of a second separating. But as I say, they did have the grooves in as a result of running water, standing water that had collected up, and I think they put them in relatively early within the 2000s. Sinclair is down into 5th now, so Alan Kay up to 4th, Sinclair down into 5th. Andy's picked up a penalty, Molly Matt has picked up a penalty as well. Molly Matt has got a second worth of penalty for track limits. Andy has got 2 seconds worth of penalties for track limits, so they will be added on, of course, at the end of the race. Sinclair really struggling now. He has been into the pit. Has he came out on another set of tries, I wonder? I'm not sure. Casper into the pits as well. He comes in. So Crusher Ball leads the way. And let's see if we can actually tell you about what I mean about the standing water. You'll be able to see it on the trackside cam more than anything else. Coming out the exit of the bus stop chicane, you will be able to see standing water if it is collected up early. It hasn't at the minute, but there is starting to become patches there that there are standing water. So Crusher Ball just got to be wary of that and doesn't want to hit the apex. He goes on to lap 5 with a 14.3 second lead. Andy in second. He comes now into the bus stop chicane. Looking nice. There was a lot more standing water there 15 seconds later compared to Crusher Ball when he went through. Sean in 3rd. Hunted down by Alan Kay now in 4th. With Sinclair in 5th position, so Alan Kay now ahead of Sean. These two Renault Sport drivers are about to do battle out on track. Alan Kay in 4th, with Sean in 3rd. You can't really see Sean down into the braking point of the bus stop chicane. As the car stopped again. That standing water just being collected up on the inside of the apex. Might be causing a few spins later on in this race as we approach the 5-minute mark now. Alan Kay hunting down Sean, and there is only 5/10 going into the source through turn 1. Alan Kay right on the back of Sean, gets a much better exit there actually, Alan Kay, compared to Sean. And Alan Kay hunting him down, the Irishman, on a real charge here tonight. Much better performances from Alan Kay so far this season compared to last season. You can really spy a real difference in his driving style. He's really attacking the races now. And of course, coming into tonight, Alan Kay is in 8th position with 26 points, so every single point does count here, and I'm sure the more points he gets, the much better he will be off within the drivers' standings. And of course, this is going to help out Team Renault Sport massively as well in the standings as well, with Alan Kay only picking up the 26 points from last time. Sean picking up none at the minute. And Sean running wide through X. Sinclair is off. Sinclair is off track. Where is that? He's lost his front wing as well. I have a feeling he's probably lost it through a Rouge, Radion, maybe even through Lecom there. I don't know. But we'll hunt on board with the battle for 3rd. Sinclair now losing the time to Charlie. He's still trying to hunt around out on track. He will have to come into the pits, I do believe, towards the end of this race. Crusher Ball across the line to start lap 6. Better go on to lap 7. We should be getting an extra lap actually out of this race as a result of the early pit stop. About 4 minutes earlier, as Sean digs himself into the gravel slightly, and now Sean under attack once again from Alan Kay. And Alan Kay doing a great job here, the Irishman. Trying to hunt down Sean, of course. You will be seeing these guys for the majority of this week out on track. Certainly, if not within the mini leagues, certainly within the TTG leagues that we are running this week. I will come onto the schedule at the end of this race, of course. As Sean just runs a little bit too deep and collects on the standing water on the inside of the apex, and Alan Kay, I think, has gone through to third. So Alan Kay takes the position from Sean. Good call on the inside of the curve there, did Sean. Gave him plenty of respect, and Alan Kay hunts around the outside into the inside now at the source of turn 1, and Alan Kay picking up that move and he's down into, and he's up into third place. So good reading of the situation there by Alan Kay. So now down into 4th position and seemingly just beginning to struggle out on track, as that is Sinclair into the pits with his front wing completely gone off. This is now into the pits, actually, Sinclair there. So Sinclair into the pits, and Sean now under pressure. Sorry, Alan Kay now under pressure from Sean once again. Just extending the gap out, and Alan Kay seems a lot more comfier out on track compared to what we've seen tonight, certainly from some of the other drivers. Crusher Pro, by the way, is about to come across the line to start the final lap of the race. We will go on to lap 7 once again. I was getting ahead of myself. We are going on to lap 7 and not on to lap 8. The timing's clearly thinking. You can really see the standing water now on that inside apex, and that's where Sean made the mistake, and that's why in racing you do not go on the inside when there is standing water, because you're going to spin the car. Sean didn't spin the car, he got caught on the curb on the inside, and Alan Kay obviously got past. But Crusher Bull now leads the way, still been dominant from the Norwegian so far. He comes down towards the Rouge and Radion and a Rouge for the final time. Andy coming across the line in 2nd now, 21.3 seconds off. He will be very happy. It might not feel like a victory to him, but I'm sure in these conditions it will feel like a victory for him in 2nd position. Alan Kay still in 3rd with Sean in 4th position. Charlie having a great race in 5th as McIntyre and Sinclair now begin to battle it out down on track. Sinclair seemingly struggling, I think, in the wet conditions here tonight. McIntyre is through and he's gone past and he's up to 6th place. And Sinclair now 2 seconds behind him, so the Scotsman trying to hunt McIntyre down once again. We have had a retiree from the race, and it's Charlie. Charlie is out of the race. I'm not sure what has happened there. Has he retired coming into the pits? Theo Daly has lost a wheel. Not sure what has happened there with Charlie. That's an undescribable one, that. That might have to be investigated, who knows. Crusher Bull then coming into the final couple of corners now, through 13 and 14, then into 15 and 16 for the final time, and actually spins the car. Crusher Bull is round. He's got to get that car started because Andy is coming. Crusher Bull with a very late mistake, seemingly thrown it away. I thought that was Andy coming in the background of shot. It's not, it's Casper running around in the background of shot. So Crusher Bull then leads. Oh, that was a bit of a moment. Andy's we thought, why on earth have I gained 10 seconds all of a sudden? Because Crusher Bull made a mistake, and that was coming into just before Stavelot, that was, at turn 14 on the exit, clearly collecting up a little bit of standing water again on this track. And Crusher Bull now into Blanchimont for the final time, and the Norwegian doing a great job here out on track, and he is going to be taking the race win here tonight. 3 races. Charlie's disconnected from the session. Not sure if he had contact with Field Daly. We'll have to investigate that at the end. But Crusher Bull comes across the line. 3rd win of the race. 3rd win of tonight, and he takes the win here in the Formula Renault Series. And he'll be very happy with his result in 2nd. The Scotsman coming across the line now, flies across the line, weaves across the line as well. He comes in 2nd. Casper disconnects as well. I'm not sure what it is with people disconnecting before the end of the race. Clearly, when there is points on offer, you want to be finishing the race. I will just throw that out there as a bit of a warning to some of the drivers. Alan Kay is in the podium spots. Clearly has revelled in the conditions here tonight, and the Irishman is going to be taking third place out on track. Great result from him. He is going to be pretty pleased with this result. He is going to be pleased as punch with this result, you can just tell. Alan Kay now around the final corner to take it across the line to finish in third position. Good racing from Alan Kay. Sean in fourth. Alan Kay seemingly losing control of the car right at the end. Sean as well comes across the line in style in fourth position. We're just now waiting on McKinder for you, who spins. McKinder for you has spun around. Sinclair in sixth position. Sinclair's right on the back of him now pretty much, but still got a little bit of time, a little bit of buffer time there for McKinder for you. Molly Matt has came across the line already, I do believe. Actually, he is coming through with four wheels, broken suspension, and pretty much that's probably going to be him out of the way. Steele Daly has already come across the line in eighth. So we're just waiting then on McKinder for you and Sinclair and Molly Matt to get round. I have a feeling Molly Matt's not going to get round in time, actually. With a minute to go, I don't think he's going to get round with that front wing damage and that suspension damage. McKinder for you now into the bus stop chicane for the final time. Going to come across the line in fifth position. He'll be relatively happy with this result. Of course, a few disconnects favouring him right at the end, and McKinder for you will come across the line in fifth position. Sinclair will be coming across the line in sixth as well. And with 35 seconds to go, Molly Matt is only at Stavelot, and I have a feeling he is not going to be getting home, and he won't be coming across the line to finish in seventh place. And he contacts the wall again, and he's not going to get round in time. But I think he will still be counted within the results in seventh as circumstance. He might get place in seventh, he might not get the points. Theo Daly might get the points instead. Have to wait on the steward's decision for that. So Molly Matt struggling, contacts the wall. He will finish in seventh in the provisional results, and in fact with that DNF he doesn't. So it is Crusher Pro who takes the win. Andy in second, Alan Kay in third, Sean in fourth, McKinder for you in fifth, Sinclair in sixth, Molly Matt possibly seventh. Theo Daly could take that position off him because he didn't finish. Aguilera in ninth, and those were the 9 that did finish out on track. A few disconnects, Charlie Mays early on as well after that contact with Casper. No surprise really that he had the contact, and obviously left the session as a result. Of course, we're going to be very busy tonight, the stewards, from what I've seen here out on track tonight. But thank you very much for watching here in the Formula Reynolds. I'm going to have a last check of the comment section. Poor driving standards, yeah, I've got to agree. Poor driving standards, especially in that second race more than the first race, from what I saw on stream. Certainly there will be stuff that is going to be looked at. I totally agree with Mesa's comment there, that the driving standards were poor. And guys, if you really want to try and make a name for yourselves in this league, you have got to make a name for yourself in the right way and not cause any problems out on track. And that is the best piece of advice I can probably give to drivers. Majority keeping it clean, but for those of you who can't keep it clean, then that's your problem, not mine. Or not ours, in fact. Christopher saying let's go. And Neil coming in with a comment saying, well done, Alan. Yeah, Alan drove a great race there in the second race. Schedule for this week, TTL F2. I'll be back tomorrow night at 8 o'clock to take you through the action for TTL F2. I cannot wait to give you the action once again for TTL F2. And this week, of course, we do go to, if I'm not mistaken, we go to Britain. We go to Silverstone for the racing this week in TTL F2. TTL F1 also was there in Britain last week, so they're going to be going to Hungary, I do believe, this week as well. So I'm going to be seeing that. TTL Mini League, of course, on Wednesdays. Do tune in for that. It's going to be a great night of fun and clean and competitive racing with some of the best teams out there. So tune in for that. You won't want to miss it. TTL F1 as well, you don't want to miss that. Kieran McGinley, you're going to be in the commentary box for that. Friday as well, TTFL, Mark going to be in the commentary for that, and then we do it all again next week once again. But for me tonight, I've been James Head. Thank you very much for tuning in, and until next time, goodbye.